Hello everyone, it's Dataset. Welcome back to another exciting tutorial video. Imagine managing staff records in HR and typing things like full-time, part-time, or contracts over and over again. This can quickly become messy. So instead of entering data manually, let me show you a smarter and more efficient way using drop-down lists. Here, I have a sample data set with 30 rows. It includes employee ID, name, department, role, employment type, and status. In this video, I'll be creating drop-downs from employment type and status. And I'll also show you two different ways to access the drop-down feature, so make sure you follow till the end. On another sheet, I've prepared the unique values for employment type and status. We'll be using that as well. Now let's get into it. First, I'll copy and paste the columns I want to apply the drop-downs to. Next, I'll start with the employment type. I'll select the cells where I want the drop-down, then move to the insert option and click on drop-down. Immediately, a drop-down is added to the selected cells and the data validation rules panel opens on the right. In the panel, under criteria, you can see the drop-down option. Below that, there are default options already provided. I could edit or add more manually, but for this example, I want to pull directly from my existing list. So I'll click on the drop-down here to explore more options, then select drop-down from range. Next, I'll click on the table icon to open the select data range box. From here, I'll move to my employment type sheet and select the range from cell A2 to A7. You might notice that full-time appears twice, but that's not an issue. The drop-down will only display unique values. I'll click OK, and now you can see the list has been updated. I'll head back to my main sheet. At this point, I'll assign colors to each option to make the data more visually clear and easier to scan. Everything looks good, so I'll click Done and close the panel. Now, when I click on the first drop-down, you can see all the options showing with their individual color codes. I'll go ahead and apply this across the entire column. This method works really well when you're just starting out with your data set, especially if you want to avoid manual entries from the beginning. For example, if a part-time staff becomes full-time, instead of deleting and retyping, you simply select the new option from the drop-down. There's a faster way to do this when you're dealing with large data sets. I'll show that in my next video. Now let's move on to status. This time, I'll be using a different approach that still gives the exact same result. I'll start by selecting the cells where I want to add the drop-down. Then I'll go to the data option and select data validation. This brings up the same data validation panel as before. You can see the rule we created earlier. Now I'll click on Add Rule. This also applies the drop-down to the selected cells. Since we only have two options here, active and inactive, I'll go ahead and enter them manually. I'll type active and inactive. Then I'll assign colors to each option. Once everything looks good, I'll click Done and close the panel. Now, I'll quickly fill this across the column. This makes it very easy to update a staff status, especially when someone transitions from active to inactive. At this point, you can leave your data set like this, but I'll take it a step further and clean things up a bit. First, I'll delete the old columns since they are no longer needed. Then, I'll select the entire data set, go to the Format option and click on Convert to Table. And this is how it looks. I'll apply a bit of formatting to make it cleaner and more structured. And we're done. Now you can see how we've transformed a manual data set into something much more efficient and easier to work with. And the best part, when a new staff joins, you can simply scroll to the bottom, click the plus icon to add a new rule, and the drop-down options are already available. I'll quickly show this by adding a new employee record, and we're done. This is a simple but powerful way to keep your data clean and consistent. In my next video, I'll show you how to create this even faster for a large data set. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss it. I hope you learned something new today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.